Hey guys, welcome back to Wentworth Life and welcome to another Wentworth quickfire video. Now in this video, I am going to be answering questions on Season 2. If you did miss my Season 1 quickfire round, then you can find it on the channel. And guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay, well, let's jump straight into it. Okay, I don't think this one changes for me, and it's still gonna be B. Smith because this was definitely one of B's best seasons when she breaks out of Wentworth and, takes out Braden. Absolutely amazing. Oh, I think my favorite new character of Season 2, it has to be Maxine Conway. The first episode when Maxine arrives in Wentworth, I literally fell in love with her straight away. It was really sad to see Maxine being called names by some of the other women, and even by Fletcher, he was being a right dick towards her. But despite all of that, we learned that Maxine is this very strong person, mentally and physically, and she's also a loyal friend and very, very kind. Oh god, there's quite a few to choose from, but I do think that it has to be, the whole storyline of B trying to get Braden. It went on for the whole of Season 2. Now B, she tries to get Harry to sort him out and fails, and then B tries it herself in the visitor's room, and then she hatches this incredible plan where she ends up breaking out of the hospital and goes looking for Braden in the season final, and she does end up getting rid of him, and I just don't think you can top that whole storyline. I mean, she says in the very first episode of Season 2, "I'm gonna kill the fucker," and by the end of Season 2, she does just that. Oh, I think my favourite episode is definitely episode 9, The Fixer. It's the episode where we get to see flashbacks of the real Joan Ferguson, and this happens because Joan discovers that Doreen is indeed pregnant and gives her some flashbacks, and we see that Joan did have a relationship with a prisoner called Gianna. And then Gianna, she had her baby taken away from her, and then Joan ends up finding Gianna's dead body on the floor, and we see Joan screaming, and oh my goodness, the screams always gives me goosebumps. Also, this is the episode where Will and Rose, they run off the road while they're on Will's motorbike, and then Will goes over to see Harry Smith thinking that it was him, and Will then goes nuts. Like, honestly, this episode is action-packed, so much happens, and it's definitely a favourite of mine. My favourite moment, favourite moment. Okay, I'm gonna choose one, and it's gonna be the moment where B breaks out of the hospital. It was so clever, it was so flipping dramatic. I was on the edge of my seat, and I honestly think it might be one of the best moments of Wentworth ever. They really blew it out of the park with that very moment, and I feel that we as viewers were witnessing something very, very special. Funniest moment? Oh god. The first thing that pops in my head, and it's going to be the moment where Boomer gets B to give her this makeover, and then Boomer ends up walking down the yard next to those men from Walford, and all of the men, they're there, they're woof whistling, and it just makes me laugh every single time. A moment that always makes me tear up in Season 2 is the scene where Liz puts her daughter, Sophie, who's very, very drunk, in the back of a taxi. And Sophie then looks up and she sees that it's Liz, her mum. And then the taxi starts to drive away with Sophie calling out, mum. And it just gets me every single time, especially with that sad music playing. There are so many standout performances in Wentworth, especially in Season 2, but For me, it has to be the very first episode where B is all drugged up and doesn't want to stop taking these sedatives because when she takes them, she's then like having a dream with Debbie and she doesn't want to leave Debbie. Now, there is a particular scene where Liz lays it on the line with B, telling her that her daughter Debbie is dead. And then B starts crying and she says that she's stuck in here with nothing. Oh my God. It's honestly award-winning. Even the scene where B is still under the influence of the sedatives when she first comes back into General. Oh my God, Danielle Cormack does a terrific job. I'm really sorry to say this, guys, but Frankie, she's definitely my least favourite character in Season 2. I didn't like what they did with Frankie's character, you know, when they made her into top dog. They turned her into this villain, and I just didn't like her at all in Season 2. Frankie also used Boomer a lot in Season 2, and I think us as audience members were really starting to form a close, awesome relationship with Boomer's character. I mean, there's a scene where Frankie tries to get Boomer to kneecap Simone Slater because Frankie doesn't have the balls to do it herself. Not good. Thankfully, Frankie will make a huge turnaround in future seasons, but in Season 2, she's a bitch. This is actually quite easy for me. The shocking moment for me has to be the moment where we learn that Joan Ferguson has a huge vendetta on Will Jackson. Now, the moment when they are both in Joan's car and we end up seeing in a flashback of Will taking away the baby from Gianna, and then there's Joan hiding there in the distance when she was, you know, an officer, and my mouth dropped. I had never been so shocked. We all thought that Joan had some sort of history with Fletcher, but no, it was Will Jackson. This is a really good question. Oh God. Do you know what? I would have changed the whole storyline with Liz being a lagger. I didn't like it when Liz was lagging on Frankie, and then Liz, she had to be put into the protection before she was released. I mean, yeah, that's probably one of my least favourite moments as well. I would have completely scrapped all of that out of Season 2, but kept the rest the same, because other than that, it's really hard to change anything of Season 2 because Season 2 was really perfect, to be fair. A cracking season. Right then, guys, well, that is the end of the Season 2 Wentworth quick fire questions. Let me know in the comments box below your thoughts on this video, and if there are any questions that you'd like to see me include in the Season 3 quick fire round video, then please let me know. Let me know in the comments box below, and I will see if I can include them in the next video. Okay then, guys, well, thank you all for watching today's video. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, stay safe out there, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.